The secret to success is not what most people think it is. The most common mistake people make when they're trying to find success is to focus on looking and sounding successful. That means spending money on fancy clothes, fancy cars, big houses, fancy holidays, but that is not success. That is status, and they are not the same thing. In this video, we will be sharing the secret steps to creating success in your business and in your life. So let's explore how excellence feeds into success, how to approach achieving excellence, and how to become excellent in any field. So let's start with a definition. Excellence is becoming the very best you can be in the area you are choosing to focus on. Now, there is an old saying that you should aim for the moon if you want to reach the clouds. So have a think about what world-class excellence looks like to you, and you aim for that. Let's use an example that's easy to understand. Baking a cake. You decide that you want to bake the most delicious and beautiful cake in the world. This is your aim. This is what you want to excel at. So you study different recipes. You understand how each ingredient affects the quality of the cake and the taste of the cake. You research methods of mixing, and you learn baking temperatures and times. You watch professional bakers, you read baking books, and maybe even attend a baking class for experts in baking. You fill your mind with everything you can about cake baking, and this is the path to becoming an expert in your field. So now let's have a look at diligence. This is the next step. This is where 99% of people fall down. They don't diligently stick to the goal they created. They get distracted, discouraged, or demotivated. But the power of diligence practice is the only path to success. This is where you roll up your sleeves, you start baking. The first few cakes might not be perfect, but you don't give up. You keep baking, practicing, and refining your technique. And this then moves us into iterative improvement. Each time you bake the cake, you learn from the previous attempt and you make necessary adjustments. Maybe you find that the cake is a lot more moist when you add that extra egg, or the flavor is better with a different brand of chocolate. Each small tweak gets you closer to your version of the perfect cake. When you first start out, you will find that the improvements are big, but as time goes on, the improvements get smaller. So you might make an improvement that improves results by 30% at the beginning, but as you come closer to mastery, the improvements might only make a 1% or a 2% improvement. But you keep improving until there are no improvements left. That is when you know you have arrived at the level of mastery, when you cannot think of another improvement. As you continue to strive for excellence in your chosen field, there's one more key factor to consider, and that's personal growth. The pursuit of excellence is not just about achieving a specific goal, it's about who you become in the process. It is the pursuit of the goal that turns you into a successful person. You will have to unlearn a lot of things you have already learned in life. The education system does not supply the lessons you need to experience personal growth, for instance. Your attitude will probably need to change. Your motivations will probably need to change. Your presuppositions, your foundational beliefs will definitely need to change. You have to be prepared for change. You have to desire to change, to improve, to excel. You have to get excited about the idea of changing. You see, you have to learn a new way of thinking based on objective principles rather than feelings, and that is what creates personal growth. Operating from principle is the only foundation of success. You cannot be successful if you don't find and practice the principles that you need in your chosen area as you walk on the path to success. Now, check out my YouTube video on smart thinking if you want to learn how to develop a positive mindset for success using objective principles. But this brings us to resilience. It's crucial to develop resilience. In entrepreneurship, which is the main focus of this channel, resilience is what enables you to keep pushing forward despite business setbacks or market changes. When pursuing excellence, you will often have to change course slightly, change tactics, abandon something that isn't working, and try something new. That is resilience. That is being adaptable, being tough enough to stick to your goals no matter what, but being willing to change when you need to. And this resilience stems from a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be developed and improved through dedication and hard work. If you think someone is born successful, or you can only be successful by inheriting success, or you can only be successful if someone has given you success, then that limiting belief will stop you being successful. Don't focus on what other people have. Focus on what you need to be. Focus on growth and be prepared for failure. You need to understand that failures and setbacks are not reflections of your worth or potential, but opportunities to learn and grow. Every setback you experience, every failure you endure can teach you something. Every mistake is a lesson in disguise, an opportunity to learn something new and improve. This is iterative improvement at its very best. And we also have to discuss celebrating our victories. You have to remember to celebrate your small wins along the way. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. These moments of celebration will keep you motivated and make the journey more rewarding. A lot of people never celebrate their wins. They move too quickly onto the next task. But don't do that. Learn to reward yourself when you have achieved something that is positive, no matter how small it is. In the end, the pursuit of excellence is not just a destination. It is also a journey of continual learning, growth, and improvement. And the best part of it is that the skills and strengths you develop on the journey, like diligence, resilience, and a growth mindset, will benefit you in every area of life, not just in your specific field of focus. The journey itself will give you strength of character, strength of will. Someone who excels in what they do often becomes very strong in their own sense of personal identity, and this means that they are not easily pushed around in life. They have more confidence to make their own decisions, and they learn to not let others push them around. When you excel in what you do, you start to get noticed. Positive people love to be around success. They admire success. They feed on success. They want to know what you know, and once you become the master, the next obvious step is to become the teacher. Positive people look for teachers. You will be in demand when you gain mastery, and that is one of the best ways to start developing residual income opportunities. Once you have mastered something, you can earn income by teaching other people how you went through that process of mastery. This is the simplest and quickest way to build a residual income-based business once you've got the mastery. So you have to keep at it. You have to keep pushing forward. The rewards are too great not to push forward. Why have an ordinary, miserable life when you can achieve something, become excellent, and enjoy that process and enjoy your life? But sometimes you might struggle to keep going. And when you do, I recommend you remember this old proverb. He who excels in his work shall stand before kings. Achieving excellence, achieving success will lead to positive experiences and relationships in life, and you will be elevated by your excellence in society. It is a law as real as gravity. And here is the strange thing. When you stop seeking status and seek excellence instead, status naturally turns up. You don't have to seek it. It will come and find you. The king will call you before him when you excel in your work. So start your journey. As the old saying goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So take that step today. Start your journey towards excellence, towards mastery, which is the journey to success. And remember, the only limits to what you can achieve are the limits that you set for yourself. And the results of this pursuit of excellence will be very real and will have a direct impact on the quality of your life. I hope you found this video useful. Like and subscribe if you want more of this, and drop a comment below if you have any thoughts about anything we've discussed here. Now, if you're starting your own business, then check out my very popular free marketing training course. I'll prop a link to that in the description below if you're thinking of starting your own business. If you would like to support the channel and also learn more about being an entrepreneur, then check out my Business Buddies community. And you can get 50% off the low monthly cost as a YouTube subscriber. Over 300,000 students from all over the world have already taken our courses, so we must be doing something right. Thanks for watching. I look forward to catching up with you in the next video.